Hey folks, it's Monday. Hello. 10th of February. Cheers. A little later than usual. It's after 9. But I said, okay, I'll come on and say hello. Especially after looking at the comments. Sometimes the comments are what keep me connected. Because of you. One comment here. Cool Guy Wolf. Good to hear from you, sir. He says, hey, Dereck, you're right. There are some politicians that are for the people. But unfortunately, not enough of them. The majority just want money and power. And then he commented about vanilla fudge. You bet. Neil here. Great video. Hello, Neil. I'm not sure which Neil. I know a few. Someone says, hey, Dereck, please take care, and I hope you find solace, comfort, and a bit of an escape from all the messed up things that are happening in your country. Well, I enjoy the music. I'm not trying to escape. I think that's the problem with too many of us, is that we're just trying to escape. I'm listening to the music. I'm enjoying it, but I'm aware and I'm connected. And it's one of the reasons why I really don't like a lot of humor. I like a laugh, but to me, the humor, especially political humor, is an indication that we are powerless. So I don't joke about politics. It's not funny. It doesn't help at all. This one was cool. The person said, I came for the underworld and stayed for the prologue of politics. It's good to just see regular people saying this stuff on real videos rather than weird social media propaganda made for ADHD people in the form of sometimes misleading memes and bunk. See, I'm not into that at all. I don't use memes. He regrets selling Soft Machine. Man, I feel that. I regret selling a lot of records. And then we got a couple of folks commenting about hidden tracks. Someone asked me if I was going to watch Kendrick Lamar last night. Well, I ended up seeing it because it was online, but I am not a sports fan. Never have been into organized sports. To me, it's the bread and circuses thing. It's like, this is how we keep people stupid and entertained. I liked playing sports. Never liked organized sports. Never had a team. Never watched a Super Bowl. Have only watched some of that halftime shows. Last night's halftime show, it's a reflection of popular modern culture. That's how I see it, okay? For those who like Kendrick and for young people, it was probably a stunning performance, okay? For me, it's like I'm just seeing all the blackness. I like that. You know, young black people, doing their thing, getting paid. I'm happy for that. But musically, it was like, man, I can knock out backing tracks like that in my sleep, and I can, and I don't, because I'm more interested in actual music, okay? That's my criticism. But again, I qualify it. I'm an old man. That's the music of today, or the sound of today. So props to Kendrick Lamar, okay? I didn't bother. I understand that they phoned in some shit by Lady Gaga. I respect Lady Gaga's struggle to become who she is. I see her talent. I don't like the way she writes. The kind of music she writes, I think, is crap. I do. I think it's crap. Cheers. So I'll share a couple of things that I've been listening to, and then I'll leave. Today I'm expecting delivery of my next CD. It won't be available to you until next month, but I'm looking forward to receiving it. It's like, it's like Christmas. It is. Getting a new manufactured CDR or album when that has happened in the past is always wonderful. So before I show the few things that are in my pile of records here, and I may do a poll, let me look at my history, because I watched something. I watched a documentary about Epitaph Records, okay, the punk rock label that became massively successful. And I wasn't surprised to find out that they named the label after the King Crimson song. It's the first thing I thought. And sure enough, when Brent tells the story, it's the true story behind the scenes. Everybody is out acting like they're all punk, but at home, they're still listening to what they always listen to. Progressive rock, ABBA, Neil Diamond, whatever the fuck, And so that's what happened. He's, in the early days of putting the label together, they're sitting around getting stoned listening to King Crimson. And the word epitaph hit him. I enjoyed that documentary very much. I like the fact so much that I'm part of this history. Fat Mike, who got signed to Epitaph and then started his own label, became very successful. I had that big boy amp in my house, recording in the basement, and he was full of himself. I remember things piecemeal. The main thing I remember about the NoFX recording session, which was a big party with all my Omaha punk friends, was that it was a lot of fun. They were very, very childlike, and I had to keep them from tearing the house up and wanting to play with their skateboards inside of my house. And the other thing I noticed was that Fat Mike, was really full of himself, but not in a shitty way. Well, probably to a degree, but he was just really self-assured. I'm doing this. I'm doing things. He had injured or broken a finger while on tour. Instead of going to an ER, he just wrapped his fingers in black electrical tape and kept going. That shit impressed me. And if you don't know, their Hepatitis Bathtub single was recorded here in my house. If you have it, it says on the back, recorded in Omaha. I finally got on him years later. I said, "Well, where's my copy?" And and I get credit on the on Discogs. So I enjoyed that, and again, I'm really happy to be part of the history of punk rock. And when it comes to Afro punk, they missed me. I should have been in the Afro punk documentary. Moving on, I did some listening last night. CDs, a little bit of vinyl, but I'll start here. Creedler, Appearance and the Park, Mute Records. It's just good. It's electronic, coming up with some techno, but not techno. Good. Some of y'all know Creedler, right? 1999. Creedler, Appearance and the Park. That was good. I went ahead and played this all the way through, and it just took me on a journey. I love this band. I love what they were trying to say. It's too bad that profit was more important than the message in the business. The Moody Blues, Every Good Boy Deserves Favor. They were still on that acid trip, quite literally. The words, the music, trying to elevate, I love it. A message of peace, hope, love, and renewal. It's a very good album. Loved it. Watched EPK about Alan Wilder, because I played this, Recoil, Liquid, the project that he started while he was still in Depeche Mode and took up full time after he quit Depeche Mode. This is Recoil. Diamanda Gallis sings on one track on this. And this one, for the most part, is interesting to me for the sound work. Some of the lyrics on here are maybe a little creepy to me. But in the EPK, he explains that, this was about someone who died and imagining the last 30 seconds of what he might be thinking before he died, knowing he's dying. Intense, good work. Listened to some of this last night on CD. Interestingly, when this first came out on CD, because it's a double album, they deleted one of the best tracks. I think it's been reissued with all the tracks since then. But Odyssey by Terje Ripdahl. That singing, crying way that he plays the guitar. I love it. And one more CD. This was underwhelming at first, and it's still underwhelming, but it's actually pretty good, though. The Eraser by Tom York. I like his voice, but I like his head. I do pick up on what Tom York is saying a lot in his words. It's almost like hearing my own thoughts sometimes. I have this on vinyl too, but I like this fold out. I do like that about Tom York and Radiohead, how they've always been very art oriented. The visual is as important as the music. And I think I have at least one actual vinyl record I played, besides playing the Underworld again. Great band. I played this all the way through, and I relate to this. I relate to this sound. It's not foreign to me. I'm not English, but somehow I relate to this. Pentangle, Cruel Sister. I was watching an interview with Jackie McShee, because, she's all like all of us. She's old now, talking about the box set that's coming out or came out of Pentangle. I have a couple of their albums. And I love this stuff because it's jazzy. The way they play it is very jazzy and in the moment. But I also like the stories. It reminds me of childhood. I've always liked stories. I like telling stories. And this is just Cruel Sister, Pentangle. This is wonderful stuff. Bert Yance on guitar. The whole sidelong traditional song, Jack Orion. Real good stuff. And I again maintain that as a planetary citizen, I don't have to listen to music color-coded. I don't have to listen to black music or hip-hop in order to affirm that I'm black. I am. I can listen to whatever I want because all this music belongs to me. And I've said it before, like a lot of people, I'm mixed. A lot of people are mixed, but the dominant ethnic feature you see is the one that you go with. But I'm Irish and Choctaw Indian as well as African. Okay? This music is mine, people. It's all mine. So that's what's up. Looking forward to the delivery of my new CDR today. It will not be for sale for another 2 weeks, though. No, 1, 2, 3 weeks. Not making it available until March. But I went ahead and ordered it. And like I said, it's partially self-indulgent. I know I put out a lot of things in the last few months, and I have no expectations, I really don't. It's, like I said, and that's interesting. People who watch my channel, it's like, people are interesting, and people's perception of success um, can be a drag. In the last week, for some reason, I'm thinking it's something to do with what I'm doing with my channel, maybe because people are hearing about me being inducted again into a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I've had four, and these are four in particular, people approach me out of the blue with stuff that is like, what? One was a business person with business, you know, venture, your content is doing this and that. And it's like, hi, I'm not interested. I had another person's mom approach me wanting to talk. And the way she tried to say, I need some advice. You're a famous musician, aren't you? And I'm saying, don't come at me like that. That sounds so fake. I responded, I'm a musician. What do you need? And took care of that. There was another one. But the only one that I'm saying yes to is I've been asked if I want to play a gig next month at Project with some other local noise artists. I said yes, but what I'm going to do is see if they'll let me play my music as well as some soundscapes, because this particular series and these people, they play noise, period. And so they do it pretty well. Kyle Jessen is the guy, sax player. He's coming along, but when he asked if I wanted to do the gig, I said, oh, no one's been asking me to gig in a while. The last offer was a tour. I don't want a tour. So it's interesting, though, when people think that you have something. Then someone actually asked me for money. It's like, me? I ain't got no money. That was the other one. It's like, what? You're asking me for money? I'm at the poverty level. Literally, I am. So that's what's up. So the main thing I showed is what I showed. I'm not going to do a poll. I'll talk to you soon. Let's have a good week.